Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI 4 as we were playing as the French Commune. So we're going to try and get this series finished up today. I don't know if we'll be able to do it though, considering that we are halfway towards capitulation for the United States, and that's without Washington DC, Baltimore over here, and California, where there's a lot of victory points. So if that invasion succeeds and we take this area here, we'll be close. But yeah, I don't know guys, we'll have to see just how well we're able to push forward here against them, because as of right now there are a lot of American troops along the border here, so advancing is difficult. It's quite difficult. Let's go and attack over here real quick. These guys need more troops, and we actually have some troops that are done training over here, so we're going to get them completely filled out now. Full 24 divisions over here, and obviously it'll take them time to move over here, but that's alright. So yeah, very limited on what we can do due to the sheer number of divisions that we're facing. Another destroyer sunk there, convoy as well. Once we get that American fleet destroyed, that'll be super helpful as well, and these naval invasions are going to be easier. There's going to be less casualties from troops convoys out in the sea. Oh nice, we're seeing a lot of stuff over here. Now that we added those new naval bombers, we got a battleship sunk. Alright, so that's fantastic. So we actually got a larger ship sunk here. And more screens too. So that's all going to make a difference. I'm going to try and advance over here. And then try and advance right here. That's probably going to be a failure. So we'll need to send them another unit. But yeah, if we can win in these two areas, then you know, cut off those 4 divisions or whatever is going to be there. It looks like some of them are leaving. But yeah, we'll try and get those guys cut off. Here we're just suffering from supply. Now that this region is ours, what I think we're going to do is pull back on Allied supply. We can't afford to do this. Let me just make sure these guys are set up to always change up the supply. They are. But yeah, let's go ahead and shut off Allied supply here. We just can't supply everybody. This is just... it's too much. There's too many divisions here. And we'll only do this in areas where we want to advance and we're having supply issues. Because we do want to use them for defense. So yeah, just in like here and probably up around this area is going to cut off Allied supply. And hopefully they'll take off. But even if they don't, our supply situation will be better. And so that's what's important here. We can take a look at infrastructure because that would also help. But infrastructure is typically not too shabby here. Oh, that's railroad. Sounds like this does not look right at all. So yeah, we already have full level infrastructure in this region. It's not really much to be done there. And supply hubs, again, they just take too long. I've never seen it actually be useful unless you're doing it well before a war starts. 10 convoys sunk there. All right, excellent. That's right, I completely forgot that we cut off these troops here, so we need to get working to get them destroyed.
Attention.
It's going to be easier said than done. Because we don't really have a lot of troops over here, do we? We go and attempt... actually, let's attack that way. We'll attempt to attack up here, but yeah, I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, that looks like that's going to be a big old failure. We can try it, though. Yeah, if we send enough units. Suppose it'll work. And let's have this guy come over here. Just get more divisions coming this way to help us get this little area, this little pocket destroyed, wiped out. So that's a lot of troops here again. A huge number of divisions. We're looking at 30-something divisions here that are cut off from supply. So this is a big victory for us. Another big victory. Another huge chunk of casualties for the Americans. We see if the British will give us any more territory. Looks like that's a no. Okay. Apparently they have just the amount they want. Yeah, we still have the supply issues here. We've got to get these guys here wiped out, but I've just not had any success getting a win here because of the mountains. And the constant bouncing of troops around as well makes it difficult. So I wanted to get these naval invasions started. We have those guys there. That's the full 19. We're still waiting for these guys to get over here. But how much time are they going to need to plan with how big that is? Quite a while. 6 days. So we can wait. We have to wait. I suppose we'll wait until we get the... all the Alaskan troops there as well, and just go ahead and send both those naval invasions at the same time, and hopefully they're successful. This is how many divisions we're facing with the Americans and Mexicans as well, protecting ports. So, like, imagine if they weren't protecting their ports. So that means the invasion of San Diego might not be like nice and smooth. Might actually have to fight for it. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any areas where we could get easy wins here, guys. Attempt an attack here. I think we already tried this and we failed. Try again. Maybe they'll turn around this time. Yeah, gotta get the win there, because we're not gonna get the win here. It's just not enough troops. Yeah, we just don't have enough troops to get it done. So I think we might have to wait for that invasion of California, but we can't keep working on this. It's not like we're not making any progress or anything. And this is looking weird. So let's go ahead and send... See how we want to do this. We'll take 3, push up that way. Take 3 and go that way, and 2 and go this way. And then these 2 can go over here. Alright, so it looks pretty good. We are going to lose that. That's okay. If we just bottle up in this one area, then that's fine. Just need to get these guys finished up. Sunk 5 more convoys there. So yeah, still having success in the seas. We did get this unit here cut off, so let's go and destroy them. 3 units. Nice. Yeah, that's a good victory for us. 3 units. Not bad. Yeah, just can't win here. And there's nowhere else to go. Yeah, you're going to lose anywhere you attack here. The mountains and the sheer number of divisions. So we'll just look for other areas where we can cut off troops. But frankly, all up along this front, we have like 1 division in each province, so we're very limited until we shorten the size of this front line here. Let's have these guys help out with this. And then go ahead and increase their coverage here. Alright, so let's go ahead and have them attack there. They'll attack over here. I'm going to take one of them and put them over this way, I suppose. And then we'll try and get these guys destroyed and these guys, and then, you know, we'll move back over to the front line. And then at that point, maybe we will be able to do something, because we should be able to change up the front lines a bit. Give the Blue Army a bit more coverage, and their army a bit less. So is that it? Did we wipe them all out already? Yeah, it looks like we already wiped them out. Alright, excellent. So let's go ahead and take these guys. Have them stay here. And attack right there. And then take all these guys, have them come onto this front. All these ones except for this one, have them come over to this front. We'll have to figure out what we want to do with the tank army next, but let's first go ahead and extend the blue front and decrease their front, because yeah, this is just too much for them to cover, obviously. So go ahead and extend the blue army a little bit. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I'm probably too wide of a front, honestly, but I suppose what you could do is like pull them back to like here. It's not gonna make a huge difference, but yeah, this will give us some more troops over on this side to maybe do something. I don't know, we'll see. With the tanks, let's see where we want to put them. We're gonna need to find a place where they can cut some troops off. Probably not in the mountains. It's probably not the best area to do that. Maybe over here somewhere. Yeah, probably right here. Move towards Indianapolis. Or if you guys recall, at one point we were up on the borders of Indianapolis. I don't remember if we took it or not. But we got pretty close to taking it. That's how far we got pushed back. So yeah, we did lose territory. Absolutely lost territory here. So yeah, our allies will start leaving here, but yeah, it was the only real way to try and fix the supply. And even then, you can see it's still pretty low. Yeah, just nothing to be done over there for now. Nothing really be done anywhere until we get those tanks over here. And I suppose we can also take out these guys here. Get them finished up. And that got messed up a little bit. Alright, they do all have offensive lines. Okay, excellent. So yeah, I want to win there. And there's a lot less divisions here than there once was, as we cut off and destroyed so many troops. It's going to have its effect eventually. Yeah, I just don't know that you can attack from here with these tanks. What we might want to do instead, because yeah, it's just exhausting supply here, is just attack from here into those mountains, or even into, yeah, I mean, no matter what, you're attacking into mountains, and it's not going to go well. Got to get through these mountains, though. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything here, so let's pull those tanks out so we don't need to supply them there, because clearly we're not going to fix the supply situation there. We don't use interception detection, but we'll take that just so we don't get the notification any longer. And then from here, we'll just be stacking up our air experience so that we can use it for new plane models if we ever get those. We did finish up this mission here, the Prepare Collaboration Government. So increase collaboration in the United States by 30%. So what I want to go ahead and do is just do it again, is what I'm thinking. With those same two characters that we sent before. So Christina and Ruzi. Is that who we had? Yeah. And commence when ready. And we'll send it again. So let's just see how much of an impact that had. So now they're 60% total capitulation. They were 51% last we looked. We did take a few provinces since then. Like all this area, wherever that was, that we cut off those units up here, whatever. Yeah, it was up here. So we just took control of all that. I don't know if there's a lot of victory points in Wisconsin other than Milwaukee, which we already had. I don't think that made a huge difference taking that. I think we probably did at least get 5% just from doing that. So it made a difference. We're closer towards capitulating them. Remember, we don't even have Washington yet. So that's going to obviously make an impact, and then taking California will make an impact too, which we can do in 1 week. 1 week we can launch that invasion. Are the Alaskan troops ready? They are. So essentially in 1 week we'll send both invasions just at the same time. Looks like we're having to defend over here. Yeah, there's some attacks by our allies, but a lot of this is defenses. Let's go ahead and do an attack here and see if we can't cut some troops off. This is what we need to do. Well, we don't really have the divisions to do this, do we? I was going to say we can attack here, but yeah, I don't think we're going to win there. No, we'll do the attack anyway. Clearly that's not going to work out. Yeah, we'll try and cut off these troops up this way, but yeah, it's just the sheer number of divisions. It is quite surprising. And still waiting for tanks to get over here. They're taking their time, apparently. Probably due to shortage of supply. I imagine they're having issues. So now let's go ahead and take all these guys and have them push forward here. And we'll see if we can't get up across this river here. Cut off the units in those 3 provinces there. We did get excavation. That'll help a little bit. It's really just oil that we're short on though. And we don't have a lot of oil. So it's not going to be that useful. With these 2 here, we'll probably go with the growth. So even though we did send more units this way, still only have 1 in each province as of right now. So still quite limited on what all we can do there. We could cut some units off if we get a win here, but I don't think we're going to get the win there. And she was... Oh no, we captured somebody. Alright, excellent. So that's nice. And yeah, we're not going to win here. Clearly. Okay. So that's not going to work out. Here, let's take a look and see if we can't get to this province here now. So let's send this guy in and see if this will work. Obviously, units coming from other areas. I can attempt an attack to lock them down, but I don't think this will hold them down for very long. Yeah, you can see that's not going to hold them very long. An attack there just to stop that defense. Try attacking this way now to lock them down. We can go ahead and get another land doctrine, so let's make sure we do that to get those as soon as we can for those bonuses they provide. So it's either air land battle or shock and awe. So I think we'll go with the shock and awe. That'll increase our soft attack there, so that'll be helpful. Subject may soon raise their autonomy. Is this the Polish again? It is. Alright, so Poland's still attempting to break free. So we'll subdue them by building more stuff in their territory. To build some more military factories, I suppose. You know what? Actually, let's make sure that these are ticking up to the top. I'm trying to make sure we're not building those. We'll build like 4 more or 5 more and see if that'll stop them from increasing their autonomy. We don't want them breaking free. So we sunk another convoy there. Got some more over here as well. And let's take a look, see if these troops are ready to go. They are. Alright, so we'll go and send both of those invasions off and see if they're successful. And that could make a huge difference. You know, Alaska's not worth a ton of victory points, but, you know, it helps. But California is really the difference maker. So that's what we want to get taken. Over here, we were able to cut these troops off. Good number of troops cut off. That's not too bad. Alright, so we'll attack over this way. And also, let's go ahead and try and get these guys wiped out around the same time here. Yeah, I don't know that most of these are going to work here without assistance from these tanks, so let's go ahead and send them in to assist. Help us out here. In these areas, I know we're attacking across rivers and stuff, but that's okay, I just want to get it done with. So we're only winning in one of those right now, unfortunately. How are we doing in the skies? We are controlling all these zones here, and just far too many planes in all these areas. I have started building up the airbase further. And you see some of them result in us actually building an airbase for the enemy. So obviously that was not the way we wanted it to go down. So we do have some space to add planes. So let's go ahead and do so. We don't have much sitting over here, but we do have a few. So I was going to bring these guys. I mean, really where they needed most. And we control all the air zones that we're operating in right now. Yeah, let's go and send them over here. And because these guys here are getting a penalty. And then we can also take any planes we have here and bring them over here. So they'll have better efficiency. And then we can put more planes over here, though I don't know how many we have in the stockpile. So let's just take a look, see if we got any. We do have plenty. So just going to take them out of the stockpile. We'll do one air wing of fighters and one air wing of close air support. So it looks like we have to use the old ones. And so he doesn't have the range to reach here, apparently. So we'll have to go here. Okay, so that's what it is, guys. We'll see if these fighters, we should have a more modern fighters, I would assume. So we'll see if the fighters can reach. Yeah, we got some fighter 2s. So you think that they would be able to reach over here. Alright, excellent. You know, got to keep managing our planes and everything. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a close air support wing. Oh, we don't have one here. We'll take one from here. Move them over here. Alright, so we got the tanks over here. Let's attempt an attack, see if that's successful. It looks like it should be. So this way will work out. Maybe. Because you do have more units coming from these two areas that are going to cause us some problems here. Could attempt to lock them down, but I don't think we lock them down for very long. Can't even lock those guys down. And this one will result in us winning and forcing them to retreat over to the area that we're currently attempting to take. So yeah, that didn't work out at all. So now we're going to cut off less troops. Alright, well this is going to help, guys. It'll help. And where are those Green Army troops? Did we finish up this? We haven't quite finished it up. So let's get them wiped out. And these guys. And any troops you have over here. And just get this finished. And then we'll be moving that Green Army somewhere else. Those tanks. So we did get these guys cut off. Now let's go ahead and do some more attacks over here. And did they already push us back here? It looks like they did. Alright, so what we're going to need to do is take some of these troops out, send them over that way, and then take these guys, move them over here. Make sure we get over there in time. I'm trying to grab these, move these guys over there as well. Just lock them down for a time. So get these guys destroyed. So who is this? Alright, so he's not assigned to this area. Oh, he doesn't have the air superiority mission. Alright, so he's somebody I moved over here recently. Let's actually go ahead and move over here. But yeah, we control all the air zones. Looks like there was a naval invasion over here into North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina. So the British actually did a naval invasion. Alright, well that's going to help. You know, they're just getting more participation. I'd prefer that they didn't have. But, you know, we are trying to get this invasion done, and it's going slow. So getting their assistance would be helpful, I suppose. So we're going to try and go after Washington again now that we're in a better supply situation over here. And we cut those units off and destroyed them, so that's helpful. The Green Army, let's see where we want to put them at, where we want to work on cutting troops off. Obviously, you could go here. And this is all flat terrain, so I guess it makes sense. But you can also just push forward here and try and connect with that territory. And as long as you were avoiding these... I mean, this is the winter. So no matter what, we're going to have some issues. I guess we'll just push forward here. So just bring all these guys on over here. Make sure the whole army is here. And get rid of their previous offensive line and give them a new one here. Okay, so things are coming together nicely. These guys are about halfway there to their invasion point. Same with the Alaskan invasion, which it seems that the British already launched an invasion over here. Okay, but they didn't take the port, nor are they in any kind of position to take the port. Alright, so invasions are being launched by the British. That's what they do, of course, so not surprising. Still going to have some supply issues here. But hopefully we can get a win. What we need to do is let them get a planning bonus first, though. And again, we're having some problems with somebody not... I must just not have assigned these at all. I think that's what happened. So let's put them on the close export. Alright, so we'll let them get some planning bonus, and then we'll do an attack there. And see how well that works out. So yeah, this will rescue those British troops which are currently cut off from supply and have no ability. Well, you know, they have some organization and strength. They could attack there, but this is in the mountains, snowy mountains at that. That could result in our own invasion failing here. That's a real possibility. They are short on supply. We'll just have to see, guys. See if those are successful or not. I'm really hoping the one into California is successful. Another destroyer sunk. Right, excellent. And are these troops over here? They are. Let's go ahead and start pushing forward then. We'll attack this way and... No, actually... Let's send these two over to Columbus here. Attempt to attack that way. Alright, so we are in February. It is snowy, so that does result in all of our attacks being more difficult than they would be if we weren't dealing with the snow on the grounds. I'd really like to take this airbase from them, so I think, I was going to try and cut them off, but I think we're just going to go ahead and attack with everything we got here. Plus this shortens the front by a lot. But yeah, I really just want the airbase, honestly. Alright, so we have one here. Now let's go ahead and attempt to attack here. And here. And let's reduce that front there. And see if we can't cut off some more troops over here. Try and make this happen. So these guys should be moving pretty quickly over here. Let's take them, move them over here now. And then we'll attempt to cut off these divisions up along here. And hopefully we can get there. We might need to attack here to stop this guy temporarily. We'll cut some more units off over here. So, just in case they send somebody over here. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's go into attack here. And try and get these units wiped out. Let's support here. And attack across this way. So looking pretty solid. We should hold that. Looks like we held it. Let's actually take one of these guys and have it start advancing across the river here while it's undefended, though they are moving a unit over here. Let's just go and attack across that way just to lock that guy down. Alright, so just need to get these units here wiped out now. Should be a fairly quick effort. Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Yeah, you see we already have got it done. Alright, excellent. So trying to connect here, so we're going to go through Charleston to do so. Let's attempt this attack here now and see if we can't get the win in Washington, D.C. It's a victory right now, so we'll see if that's successful. Over here, looks like we did take San Diego. Alright, beautiful. And nobody here to stop us. Let me just see how the Alaskan invasion is going. We're set to win it right now. We'll see if it continues being a victory. And also, we've already taken Los Angeles as well, but then the troops left. So I'm not sure why they did that. Alright, so let's go and take some units and start advancing down here. Let's have one unit go all the way down there. Just so it's not behind us like that. Then we're going to take a couple, move them over here. Or one, move them over that way. This guy can move over this way. And these three can move over here as well. Alright, beautiful. Looking pretty good. Pretty good, guys. So this is important victory points here. And so now the United States is at 77% towards capitulation. They haven't even lost DC yet, and that is worth like 40 victory points. So that'll be a big win for us. We're also having some success here, as you guys can see. Trying to keep those units locked down there. Let's go and pull back the Green Army here. Focus on this area. Same thing with this front over here. And might need to extend somebody here some. We'll do the Blue Army. And did we ever take that airbase? We did. So I think our hopes of getting them capitulated in this episode are, going well. I think we should be able to get it done. I mean, I don't know for sure, because, we're about halfway through the episode or so now. So we'll see, but as of right now, it does seem like we should get her done. Oh, damn. So just going down there is clearly not going to work. They actually have brought some troops to try and stop us here, unfortunately. But the point here is that they're bringing troops from other locations, so it should make it easier to advance in those locations. Let's go and get the logistic companies. Always having supply issues. We sunk another American battleship. Still not getting the carriers, but battleships are great too. Getting those sunk. So they'll have to pull troops from other locations to defend the California front. Where did those troops go? They just keep on leaving because I don't have a front here. There we go. Alright, so let's go and get these guys advancing. Let's do... Alright, this is what we'll do here. And then do... over this way. There we go. Should be 3 going into every location here. And let's go and have them push forward there. Yeah, he can go that way. That's fine. And then make sure that we fix this once all these units finish moving here. We can make sure they have a planning bonus as well. Let's take a look at the situation down here and see if there's anything we can do. I guess we'll attack here. Just try and thicken this up so they can't easily reconnect it once we get all this area cut off. And something did not work out here, so we have to redo the attack now, unfortunately. And this time it looks like it's not going to work out either. So that's a bummer. Alright, so just waiting for all these units to move, and once they do, we'll put them on the new front. But yeah, let's just take as much territory as we possibly can before they come here in force and stop us. So what we want to do is go ahead and extend this front out like so, and take these guys and have them on that front, and just really spread them out now in every area here. So these guys are going to go on to... Oh, this little thing's messed up, isn't it? And then get rid of this one here. Alright, beautiful. So let's go ahead and push forward here and over here. You really pay attention to this front. Also, we have decisions available, so just war propaganda. Don't need to enact that. And sunk another convoy over there. Excellent. And you just can't get the win over here due to lack of supply. This continually our issue. Let's go pull back the Green Army here so that they just focus on this area. And let's see if we can't cut some troops off. We'll do an attack right here, see if that's successful. And might be able to push forward here as well. Looks like that should be a win. Attack over here. Yeah, let's see what we can make happen. Starting to open up though, and that's what we needed. It's for it to open up a little bit. And that's all you gotta do is achieve some victories and clears it up some. These guys are gonna come over this way next. Help us out over here. And yeah, I just can't get into DC, unfortunately. Alright, so let's make sure these troops are always pushing forward here. Never sitting still. And go that way. We must have lost the attack across the road. No. Okay, I see what happened here. That's a new unit. Alright, so let's go over here. And, you know, we'll see if we can't cut these guys off from leaving Baja California. And let's push forward here and here. Do we have any air bases yet over here? Not yet. The California air base is right there. So we don't yet have it. So let's go ahead and grab it. Let's get after it, man. Let's go this way and this way. And he'll continue all the way up the coast here. They still haven't really brought large amounts of troops over here to resist our invasion, but they will eventually. And then we'll bring these 5 over there as soon as we can. Like this guy can go over there now if he's not already. Anybody who fells the invasion will just go over there. Because yeah, I don't even want to have troops here. I'm just trying to cut them off from supply by taking that port. Because they don't have any ports up along here. So that cuts off all these troops here. So we'll see what we can do there. Let's go push forward here. So I think he's already going after the airbase, so we can go up this way. Or right there, actually. Yeah, looking good. Have victories everywhere. That's what I want to see. See wins everywhere. Let's go and head on back over to the East Coast real quick, see what's going on over here. See if we can help out with these attacks here. Attack right there as well. Make sure we're making use of these Purple Army divisions here. I'm going to try this attack in. I just don't think it'll succeed because they're so weak. And then they pull back the attack because of organization issues. But yeah, you just can't win there. Not with that sort of supply issues that we're currently having. So an attack over here and over here. Try and cut off these troops. And maybe try and see if we can't get a win here as well. Should be a victory. Already won right there. Over here, I don't think we're going to get Indianapolis just yet. Yeah, we're going to have to wait. Yeah, lots of problems over here, frankly. Damn, yeah, that's a shame. Alright, let's go and take a look to make sure that these troops are pushing forward. Let's go after San Francisco now. And Sacramento. Make sure that these guys are continuing to push forward at all times. And let's have these guys go into here. And let's just have him go this way. Or whatever, we'll just have all these guys go over here. Trying to get across the river attacking the tank unit, so it's kind of difficult. See if he can win. He probably can't. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Alright, so let's go this way. Yeah, we're starting to see some resistance now. We knew they'd eventually put divisions down here. So some of these are now going to fail. But that's okay. Let's take a look at the Alaskan invasion. Almost there. And another division has pulled off. Let me make sure he's going over here. Should be. Maybe he wasn't, though. Let me make sure they're both going over here, because there should be 21. There we go. One of them wasn't. And hopefully these 3 can land, because I like to have at least 3 there. But they moved another division over here, and that's the reason why we're having some difficulty here. Alright, we've landed. Excellent. So let's only stay here. Get a planning bonus. Gotta defend first, and then we'll try and push them back some. Could send more divisions, but I think supply will be an issue, so 3 seems like enough. That's how many we were going to send originally. I'm glad we sent 5 this time, since we did turn out to need them. We also got these guys cut off, so let's go and get them destroyed now. Get them wiped out. And over here, see if we can't, once I finish this defense, attack over this way now. and this way. And yeah, such a bummer that we can't seem to get the win on DC. It's tanks attacking into a city though, and yeah, that's not really what tanks are good at, so it's not surprising that we're having some difficulty there. Let's push forward here, reduce the size of the front just a little bit. But yeah, looking pretty solid over there. Let's go and dip back over to California. We'll go after Phoenix. That's worth 3 victory points, so not a lot, but we'll try and take it. And we're starting to have some supply issues here, apparently. Going after Sacramento now. About to get San Francisco as well. Let's take that province, and yeah, we're definitely in an exposed position over here. Alright, so hopefully we can get Phoenix, get those other victory points, and San Francisco's been grabbed, so now if we can get Sacramento, yeah, which we just did, that's another victory point there. So we should be making good progress here, 90% towards capitulation. Alright, so we're doing pretty good, and we still don't have DC yet, so that is going to make a big difference. So we're getting her done. We also have Alaska, of course, as well. And attempt an attack here. It looks like that should be successful. Guess we'll take that province too to stop them from coming over here. We got the fighter focus. That's a research bonus for the fighters. Let's go ahead and do the... we already have all the air doctrines. I mean, I guess you can get the experience. You know, rather than doing any of these, there might be something else over here that might be a little bit better for us. Get some communist support, political power. I actually have something we're going to use that political power for. I suppose we'll go after these 2 civilian factories. So what we want to do here is we want to do women in the workforce and change over to total mobilization. So we have enough political power, I was saving it up to do this. And there we go. That'll give us all the bonuses that we're getting from the total mobilization without taking the penalty from the recruitable population, since we have the women in the workforce. So more civilian factories for building, essentially. Which we still have a lot of stuff that we're currently constructing. Yeah, just 3 divisions there, but supply is so bad here, it would probably behoove us to spread these guys out some. Because the supply is so bad. And that's what's stopping us here. And it's such a bummer that we can't get more supply here. Yeah, it's such a problem. Yeah, I don't know why it's so bad here. We have a lot of hubs. So yeah, I might want to just spread these guys out. Since clearly this is, you know, not working like this. I was trying to cut troops off, but you know what? I'm gonna give up on that effort, honestly. Here, this is what we'll do. We'll spread them out over to this one, and see if that will help some. I suppose we'll have to go across the river, won't we? Yeah. Okay, we'll go across the river too. See if that won't improve the situation some, at least. All right, so that's not gonna work. Clearly, so we'll stop that. So what we need to do is take all the Green Army troops. We'll let those ones finish up their attack here, but move them all over this way. Let them get a planning bonus, and then we're going to try and get these troops wiped out over here. So you have 14 on this side and 10 on this side. Yeah, I suppose that's about how you'd probably want that. Maybe take a couple more and put them over here. See if there's anybody else moving from this area over here. No, we seem to be good to go. Alright, so that works. Now we just got to get all these units destroyed, but you got to take the port first. The 2 ports in Baltimore and Washington, so that's kind of the key. Where we're kind of stuck at right now. So as of right now, we're losing on the attack on Phoenix. Let me see if we can't get a victory there now by assisting. And yeah, we are starting to see them launching their own attacks now. That unit left, Sacramento. Let's try and go here and get this unit cut off. We'll have to lock that unit down, at least temporarily. Alright, more troops coming over here as well. It's ones that we sent from Alaska. We'll look all along the borders, you know, because they might have pulled troops back to have them go to California. But yeah, we do seem to be still kind of in a position where they outnumber us in most of these areas. So we gotta gang up on them to get some victories over here. So we'll try and get those guys defeated, and then if we can get a win here, lot of these are not looking like they'll be successful, but we'll try them. Send more units, try and get it done. And Indianapolis is pretty well defended here. Trying to attack across the river. See if that'll be a win. Maybe. Yeah, it's a possible victory there. Alright, so this guy's moving over there. Let's move him over here then. And yeah, I just need to get these units wiped out now. It's going to be the tricky part. It's getting them all pushed back. We're going to go and start that process, even though we technically still have not yet taken these ports over just yet. We'll be working on that soon. Just got to get these red tanks spread out some, and hopefully they'll be doing better on supply. Alright, so Sacramento's now defended. We're locking that unit down here just for this guy to get over there and cut that unit. Well, I guess you got to win here to cut him off, don't you? Well, maybe he'll be able to assist to make that happen, or that guy will. And we are moving towards Phoenix. And unfortunately, we're not successful here. I knew we'd eventually get stopped here, though, so none of this is surprising. But yeah, we're going to take any territory that we can. We did move here, so now you got to get the win there. And it looks like we should get it. Excellent, so that'll cut off that one Mexican division there. And yeah, just continue advancing anywhere where we can. And we get the win, we will. Just start pushing forward. So that should be a victory, so we're going to send this guy across the river to help out. I want to cut that unit off there, but how do you do that? Let me see if we can win here. If we win there and then win here, then you can do it. I don't want to send this guy alone into the mountains against two divisions, because he'd lose, obviously. Yeah, he would not win that. And we don't need to defend all this. This is super messed up, isn't it? We want them to just stay here. We'll let our allies take that territory. Alright, so looking pretty good. We don't want to leave Sacramento undefended. We'll get that unit destroyed here in a minute. We've got Phoenix. It's a tough fight, but we got it. And let's make sure somebody stays here. Oh, my bad. I guess somebody needs to get over here, don't they? Yeah, I suppose that's why he keeps moving over there. We do have undefended provinces over here. We got more coming, though. So they should help us out there. And now that we're here, let's take him, move him over this way. And get rid of this front line here. Extend that like so. And this is wide open. You know what? Let's go ahead and actually take one of these tanks and have them take it real quick. Yeah, we're going to push this forward just a little bit. Lock those guys down temporarily. Attempt to attack into Indianapolis now. Trying to attack with this guy. Can't get him selected. Alright, looking good. Some open territory over here now. So just going to push forward and get it snatched up while we can. And still attempting to get these units cut off over here. So let's see if we can't send another unit. Okay, he's already gone that way. Let's send this guy over here then. And then what we're going to want to do is start the attack here. Stop them from leaving. He should get there soon. Yeah, 7 hours. Oh, damn. Alright, well, luckily he won there. Oh, and I didn't do that right. Damn it. Ah, that was my bad, guys. Alright, so let's stop this. Okay, so I messed that up some. So we're going to need to wait a little bit. Let them put divisions back into that area, because, yeah, I messed it all up. Wow, that's a large force there, isn't it? Large naval force.
Attention.
Alright, so we're going to attempt some attacks over here. I don't know how well these are going to work. But still got to get these ports taken. No success yet. We just try attacking into here. As at this point, I don't care where we get the victories, as long as we get victories. I just want to get these ports taken. Because, I mean, all these units will be cut off once you get the 2 ports taken, so... let's just make it happen, man. Let's See if we can't get that done. And in fact, we're not going to defend this here. They can defend their own territory. Yeah, these are all losses, so we're going to need to clearly focus our troops a bit more. We can go and push forward here as well. He's already taken that. He can go over here. Alright, we got Indianapolis. Alright, so that's a nice victory for us. We are also being offered some Lend-Lease, which we'll accept. And clearly we're lacking some equipment, trucks, and yeah, anti-air is always something that we're short on. But trucks we're not really building, so we're going to put these factories into the trucks. We got this unit cut off, so let's go get him destroyed. We'll attack from here and here. Make sure he goes over to this front line. Yeah, over here you got to attack across rivers. It's going to be difficult. And we are winning right there as well, and we've taken this. So far this is going very well. I'm getting it done. It's all taking a little longer than expected, unfortunately, but we are getting it done. We've won here. So now we can attempt to attack into these two provinces, just still trying to get it done. You get one of those, you get a supply hub, so that'll make a difference. Yeah, just kind of focus our troops to take one province at a time here. And I'd like to cut these units off here, but yeah, I don't know. We'll be able to get any wins here to do that. You're not seeing any obvious openings here. Alright, so now let's attempt this attack again. Try and cut those troops off. Still making some movement over here. And we also won right there. We just gotta wait till we get the units over there. And our allies have not really sent too many divisions over here just yet. So until they get over here, we are kind of limited. We should be able to win right there. Just gonna push forward here. Moving into Utah. And yeah, it looks like they're trying to push us back and take Phoenix again. So we'll attack right there and try and assist, and then we'll also attack right here. Make use of their offensive to maybe push forward ourselves. And I wonder if the British will give us any more territory. They said they will. So let's see if they'll give us the territory they have in North Carolina that they did through the invasion. We can get North Carolina, so we'll take that. Alright, so we're in charge of that now. Alright, excellent. And might have messed borders up some. Looks alright. Yeah, I think we're okay. Alright, so still need to get the wins into this area. So let's try and make it happen here. With any units who can. Just need to get these ports taken. That these guys will be cut off from supply. And yeah, it's just a difficult fight everywhere. Because they're not yet cut off. I'm just trying to reduce it some. It's a lot of territory we got to get done. So Baltimore has been taken. We are now at 95%. I think taking DC should be enough to get the win. We'll see. I'm just going to go and take all that. And every province we take, of course, also helps improve the chance of them capitulating. Not by much, but makes a difference. Infantry anti-tank 2s has been researched. Let's go after the improved infantry equipment 3s. We're not going to accept anything for Germany since they're kind of close to getting enough autonomy to change up their autonomy. Enough war support, I suppose. I don't know what you'd say. You know, all the points they get for helping and giving you resources and equipment and all that good stuff. So we're going after DC. As of right now, we would lose that. But yeah, we're going to just keep on sending... We're just going to send everything we got here, actually. Try and get Washington, D.C., and I think that will be the end of the war, more than likely. Yeah, we'll keep on attacking. Getting as much territory as you can. Because all this is going to help us with our war participation, which I think is still pretty high. But I think has dropped some. Yeah, we're down to 72%. We were at 76%. So yeah, it's dropped a little bit. But being the first into DC will be huge, because that's worth a lot of points. And it looks like we sunk a light cruiser and a destroyer here. All right, excellent. And we never did put any planes over here, so let's go ahead and do that. Though I don't know how many we actually have in the stockpile, so let me just take a look. But this will make a difference no matter what, just getting some planes here. Looks like we got quite a few. I think a lot of them are old. Yeah, just putting any planes over here would make a difference. How big is this airbase? It's a full-size airbase. Okay. So put fighters here first. And, oops, that should make a difference. We'll go ahead and duplicate these. And I don't know if we have, we'll try and duplicate it one more time. All right, that will just fill in with light level 1s, since those are all the level 2s we have. And then get some close air support over here, if we have any, which I thought I saw some in the supply. So we'll get some close air support coming over here as well. And we'd want to do pretty much as we can here. Yeah, that looks good. That's fine. Alright, so our planes will come over here, and that'll help us out in the region, since as of right now, they currently control the skies. Oh, that guy's way too weak. Or there's too many units over here, actually. Yeah, there's a ton of units over here. Alright, so our advance is now quite limited. We don't have enough troops to push forward. But again, it doesn't really matter. All that matters is the attack on DC at this point. Attention. Which is almost there. Almost done, guys. Getting close. Yeah, I don't think we'll get all these troops destroyed either, because I think that's it right there. Alright, so we took DC, and that was all we needed to capitulate them. We do have way more points than everybody else. So that'll allow us to act first and probably do quite a bit before anybody else gets to do anything. Now, as for what we're going to do with America, I've had a couple of people propose that we take back the former territory of Louisiana, which is not the state, the modern state of Louisiana. It's a huge, expansive territory that was in between the British territory and the 13 colonies and the Spanish territory over here in the west. And so it was like right down the middle, went along the Mississippi River, and it was a huge amount of territory. But the problem is, with doing that tactic, is that it splits America in two, because you take all this center territory here, and then you leave America with the west coast, or excuse me, the west coast territory and the east coast territory, and so that's strange. So what do you do then? With that line of thinking of France taking that old territory, you could say, oh well, we don't want to give Mexico this territory over here because they're an enemy. But you say, let's give Spain back all their territory over here. So not up here, obviously. You give Spain all the territory they used to have here. So you can give them all that in the Southwest Territory, and then you could give the British back this, and then there is no America. I suppose you could give Spain Mexico again, and then you've essentially created the situation of the 1700s here in North America. And we could do that, and I'm talking about like mid-1700s, so before the French and Indian War, the 7 Years' War, as it was called in Europe. So you could create that situation, what France had before then. Of course, they did get a big chunk of that territory back later. They got back a lot of that territory, and then they would eventually, sell it to the United States. And that was under Napoleon. But yeah, the problem with that is, first of all, it creates a weird map situation. Secondly, you're giving a bunch of territory to people who don't deserve it. While England did do a little bit, you can see they have the second most points, and more points than the Soviets do. So they did do some work, and part of that's from sinking ships. Others from naval invasions they did. Yeah, you could, give them that, but Spain did hardly anything. And so you're giving a bunch of territory to people who didn't deserve it. I mean, it's the end of the series, so it doesn't really matter, but it's just weird that we'd give all this territory to countries that didn't really do the work for us. And on top, we did almost all the work here, so why would we give them all this territory? And on top of that, it's very, obviously inaccurate to think that we would try and redraw the map, the borders from 200 years ago. I know that us historical strategy fans really like the callbacks to the past and redoing things from the past, but that's obviously not very accurate. It was like 200 years ago. I don't think they would redraw the borders based on that, honestly. So yeah, I'm not going to do that, because frankly, I think it just makes more sense, and the map's going to look weird doing that. And yeah, I don't want to give them all this territory. I'm already irritated that the British got what they have here in Canada, when they didn't do that much work over here either, I don't think. I don't recall them doing a lot of work. I thought we did most of this over here. Maybe I'm mistaken, though. I don't really remember the Canadian invasion all that well. But yeah, point is, I'd prefer to just puppet the United States. I think that makes more sense, too. We probably wouldn't be able to directly annex all this anyways. The United States is a massive country, 330 million people. It's a massive country, so the idea that you'd be able to take over all this and occupy it's pretty unrealistic, honestly. So this is like you trying to occupy the Soviet Union or China or something. Just too large, or even all of Europe. You're talking about just German territory here would be a lot to try and occupy. Even that's, maybe a little unrealistic. But nothing quite like this. It's just a huge span of territory of a large amount of people who are heavily armed, a heavily armed group of people. So what we want to do is puppet them. This would cost a stupid amount of points. That's going to give us all this territory here, I see. So yeah, just puppet them alone. You'd have to do, like, if you wanted to give them just one batch of territory, you'd have to take all the territory and leave that one location. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and puppet them, guys. And then from here, we'll go ahead and take over anything that we want for ourselves. I'd like to give the Soviets back Alaska or Canada. I guess it makes more sense to give Canada Alaska. So I can see doing that, and they helped in the war a little bit, I suppose. Did the Americans get all this territory back? They did. Okay, so we have to take this, annex it first, if we want control of all of it. Because, yeah, they don't need any of this. France is going to be the new naval power of the world. So they don't need any of this. We're going to annex it all. All the islands that they had possessions of. And then Canada would get this here. Alaska. I don't know if we're going to have points to do this. We'll just have to see. So let's find Canada. They are a subject, so they're going to be kind of far down here, I think. Yeah, we'll give Canada Alaska. It makes the borders look better, I think, anyways. And so yeah, we'll give that to them. And then we'll just puppet the rest of the United States. Of course, they'd be at the damn bottom. So yeah, we'll give Canada that. Go back to ourselves, and hopefully we have enough points to puppet them now. We do. And yeah, we'll probably just let America keep all this. Can't we puppet the Mexicans? We can. Nope, we can't. Never mind. Philippines are probably expensive too. Yeah. Too expensive anyway. Alright, so that's it. We'll see if the British can even do anything. Yeah, I wasn't surprised they wouldn't be able to because they still don't have enough points here. And Britain actually gave Canada all their points. Yeah, that's interesting. So that Canada can take territory. So we're going to want to stop Canada from taking territory. So let's get this for the Americans. And take the territory up along Canada. I think that's the best way to do that. Let's go and try and poet Mexico as well. Can we do that? We can. Alright, what about the Philippines? No. Just too many points. Can we give anything else to the Americans? Yeah, there's like some real cheap ones over here. So give them any cheap stuff. But yeah, we'll just puppet America. A communist America. That's what we're here for. We're here to bring socialism. We're here to bring socialism to the United States. We're not here to conquer them. And then we'll go ahead and puppet the Philippines. And then just go ahead and give the Americans the rest of their territory. And it looks like we can't do any of that. We can only do that one. How much is that one worth? 33. Maybe like the 15 pointer over here? Nope. So that means you can't do anything. Oh, Panama Canal. I did forget about that. So the Soviets got the Panama Canal. Okay. I wish we would have gotten that. I did forget about it, though. Let's go ahead and pass. And that should allow us to hopefully finish the U.S. up. Maybe not California. No, we can. So we can't take any territory for the Philippines, unfortunately. It's just too expensive. So let's go ahead and enter turn. And then this should allow us to finish this up now. Because nobody should have any interest in this at this point. Alright, so I think that's good to go. So it's a bummer we didn't get the Panama Canal. But other than that, everything else worked out nicely here. Alright, so that's the end of the war. Before it ended, we sunk the light cruiser there, the Americans. Yeah, they are now the Communist States of America underneath Earl Browder. Alright, and then of course we've puppeted the Philippines as well. And there's another country subjugated, Mexico. Mexican Soviet Republic. Alright, excellent. So, that is the end of the war with the United States and the end of the series. Overall, I feel like it was a very fun campaign, a very interesting and a bit different campaign as well, considering the fact that we had that very, very early war here where we attacked the Germans and the Italians. I think it was episode 3, or maybe episode 2, the end of it, something like that. I know it was really, really early in the series. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the end of episode 2. It was the end of one of those episodes, and then, we quickly defeated them. They were not prepared for the full war to break out at that point. Of course, the Germans made that mistake of starting a war with Poland when they were already on war with us, and they didn't have troops on that border, so they started losing territory against Poland. And so they rushed troops over there from our border, leaving our border with them open, and thus we were able to start pushing forward and taking territory. Italy, we had a lot of trouble with initially, but eventually we were able to push forward against them as well. And the early war was, was very, very successful, and it kind of changed the plan for the series, because I was expecting that the war against Germany and Italy was going to be like the main conflict for some time, for much of the series. I thought that'd be the main conflict. We'd have difficulty pushing forward against them, because France is so incredibly weak, as we saw in the beginning of this campaign. France, they're super, super weak, and when that early war started, we had so many disadvantages. We should not have been able to win it like that. We had huge problems. We didn't have enough divisions. Our divisions weren't fully equipped. We didn't have any manpower. We're short in extreme amounts of equipment. Our division designs were really, really weak because we were never able to improve them, because we didn't have the experience to do so, nor the equipment to give them. I think we actually had the experience, but we didn't have the equipment. That's what it was. We had tons of experience. And we were just really short on all types of equipment. And part of that was because of the penalties that we started with. Another part of it was just because it was so early in the game. But yeah, we had huge handicaps. And even navally, we were outmatched by the Italians and Germans. And we were just in a bad position. But because of the mistakes they made, particularly Germany, we were able to win that war very early and fairly easily. And once that happened, we'll kind of change the direction of the campaign. We did that one short conflict. We were doing those little minor wars. And, we fight in Turkey, several other countries. And then the British joined our faction, which I was planning on fighting them. And so that didn't happen the way we expected. And then the war moved to Asia. We focused on the defeat of Japan and China. We did that big invasion of China. That went way easier than I expected it to. We had a lot of success in China. Overall, it was a pretty easy conflict there. But in the United States invasion, we had some difficulty with that due to the sheer number of divisions we were facing. But even that went fairly easy, fairly quickly. I mean, it's over here, March 1944. So 1944 essentially just started a couple months ago. And here the war is ending, and it was a war of far more scope than historical World War II in a sense. And so, yeah, we did it really quick. Everything went really quick and was very successful. Wasn't too many challenges in this campaign. So interesting. Wasn't what I was expecting from this, because one, we were playing as France, and two, the countries we were arrayed against, and the only major that we had set up initially to be an ally was the Soviet Union. Of course, the British later joined our faction too. But yeah, I was thinking us having to fight the Germans, the Italians, the British, the Japanese, and perhaps even the United States. But it wasn't really ever all that challenging, honestly. It was a very easy campaign. We knocked down every war really quickly. But I had fun with it. It was a very different pace from usual, especially with that very, very early World War II breaking out. Not the only time that we've had war break out in, was that in 38 or 37? Can't remember. It was in 38. We've had war break out in 38 quite a few times, but not as France, I don't think, against Germany and Italy. I'm not sure, but it might have been 37. I don't even remember. I just remember it being very early in the campaign. But yeah, everything went very, very smooth, and it was a fun campaign. And as you can see now, most of the world is in the Comintern. Not all of it. There's some little countries over here in Europe that we didn't conquer. Obviously, most of Scandinavia, we never fought them. But yeah, these are all neutral countries that would be pretty easy to wipe out if we wanted to. We could easily conquer these countries and force them into the faction if we so desired. This is not really a challenging proposition. It's really just tedious. It takes a long time to get mostly get the war goals. You got to wait all that time to get all the war goals. Yeah, we could go into South America, of course. We haven't really touched that at all outside of the colonial territory that we already had there with the Dutch. That territory we took from the Dutch. A lot of Asia. India, nothing ever really happened with India, which is surprising because I thought the British were going to fire their little event there where they start the Civil War. That ended up not going down. So basically India and Burma, and Bangladesh and Pakistan, none of them are in the factions, and Tibet isn't either, or the other little countries around here. Afghanistan's never joined the faction. Iran, I don't remember what happened with them, but they're in the faction. Iraq didn't join, neither did Saudi Arabia or Oman. So you have all this territory here in Asia that we didn't get, and South America, a little bit here in North America, and in the Caribbean. But yeah, for the most part, we got a lot of the world in it, in the faction. So yeah, it looks nice. So for the next campaign, we will not be playing Hearts of Iron 4. The next series is going to be CK3, since it did just have a DLC release. And unfortunately, with everything that's going on with us trying to get the moved and stuff, get a house bought, which, by the way, that's unfortunately looks like we did not get that house that I had mentioned several videos ago. Somebody else is offering a lot more money, like way more money, but you know, that house is actually seemed like it was underpriced, which is why we jumped on it so quick. It seemed like it should have been worth a lot more. But it was at what we offered was the maximum amount that we can offer. So unfortunately, we will not be able to offer any higher. So it does look like somebody else is going to get it. Again, it was way underpriced, so it's not surprising that somebody offered a lot more than asking price. We offered more than asking price actually, because we were trying to make sure that we got it. We offered a little bit more than asking price. But yeah, it is unfortunately at the top of what we get. It was a very, very nice house though. We would have never lived in anything like that. I think we're being too ambitious to think that we'd ever get something like that. Too nice a house for people the likes of us. I'm just joking, of course, but it was far nicer house than we would have expected to get. So not surprising, I suppose, that somebody had outbid us. I was really hoping we'd get it, but ended up not happening. So the search is still on, unless something changes with that. Maybe the other people back out or something, but I doubt that'll be the case. So yeah, we're gonna have to go and find something else, unfortunately. So with all that going on, I didn't have time to do the CK3 series on top of this one, and I really did want to, cause since obviously you missed the release date. But we'll go ahead and start a series with that. I'm thinking it's not going to be like a really long series, because I don't know how popular it's going to be, because we are a bit late on it. I was thinking maybe 20 videos or something like that. Yeah, maybe like 20 episodes. We'll see how it goes, how popular it is, and what's going on in the series. But we're going to be playing a Muslim character in Spain, since the focus of that DLC is in Spain. And we also just played as a Christian here in Iberia in our console series when CK3 came to PlayStation 5. So yeah, we'll play as a Muslim character. This will be on the PC, of course, with the new DLC. And the patron poll will be over whether or not it's going to be a roleplay series. So if you're a patron, make sure you go and vote. You got until Friday. I'm going to record those videos on Friday. Record one for Saturday, one for Sunday. And that first episode, again, will be up on Saturday in the morning at the usual time. And that's the plan anyways, if everything goes as intended. And we'll start ourselves a new CK3 series. I'm excited for that. And I'm not sure what we'll do after that. Maybe we'll come back to Hearts of Iron 4. Maybe we'll play more CK3. Maybe we'll go to another game. I don't know. We'll see when that series ends and what's all happening in the gaming realm. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this series as much as I did. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. If you're looking for anything to watch while you wait for that next series to start on Saturday, check out the front page of our channel. We got 3,000 something videos all sorted by genre. Obviously play a lot of Hearts of Iron 4, but play other Paradox games, other strategy games, and other genres of games. So maybe go check one of those older series out. If you're looking for Hearts of Iron 4, or maybe the one of those two recent ones we did as Britain. That was the last one we did. We did the King's route and became Great Britain. So essentially the same route we had them go, the AI go in this one. So with the King's route in that one, then we did a Soviet Union playthrough before that, and we stuck with Stalin in that one. So maybe go check one of those two series out. If you're looking for any links, check out the description of any of our videos. You'll find links to our PayPal, Patreon, and Teespring store if you'd like to help support the channel. You'll also find a link to all of our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And you'll find a link to our Discord if you'd like to join our community. So I do hope to see you on another video, and thanks for watching, guys.